Good morning. Welcome you all. Today we start the first practical. The first practical it is based on your first unit. The aim of practical that is study of the ultrastructure of cell organelles by the photomicrographs of mitochondria, peroxisomes, glyoxisomes and ribosomes. So here welcome you all. Today we start the first practical in the botany paper second. This first practical that is based on your unit first. It is based on the study of the cell organelles. So first aim of this practical that is study of the ultrastructures of cell organelles by the micrographs, mitochondria, peroxisomes, glyoxisomes, ribosomes. So the cell organelles, as you know, the cell which is the structural and functional unit of the all living organism in typical eukaryotic cells is a well-defined nucleus that is surrounded by the nuclear envelope. The cells that are the characterized by complex structure organization in which the various cell organelles carry out the different types of functions. So in that cell organelles, as you know, in the cells at the central there will be nucleus. This nucleus which is surrounded by the nuclear. Instead of the nucleus, the other cell organelles are also like the peroxisomes, mitochondria, chloroplast, ribosomes, then glio, etc. are the cell organelles which cell. So in your syllabus, there are four cell organelles are included: mitochondria, peroxisomes, and ribosomes. First one, in theoretically, we have already about the mitochondrial cells. So these mitochondria present in the eukaryotic cells, and these are double membrane. That is outer membrane and inner membrane. Then the outer membrane width of this outer membrane it is 14 to 17 angstrom. The space between these two membranes, which are filled with the watery fluid, and the inner membrane surrounded by the mitochondrial matrix. So the projections of the inner membrane into the mitochondrial matrix, which is referred as the cristae and which is folded like the structure. So these cristae, they are arranged longitudinally or irregularly and they form the complex network. On this mitochondrial matrix also contains some granules, then mitochondria, etc. Then mitochondria has its own DNA and it is semi-autonomous cells. This associated has its own DNA and it is semi-autonomous cells. They are duplicating its cells. So associated of the 100 small Stokes particles referred as the F1 particles, or which is also called as elementary particles or F0, F1, uniformly arranged on the, and each elementary particle shows the base, stalk, and head. So this is about the structure. So main functions of these cells or mitochondria are it generate the ATP molecules. Then it also synthesize the ATP. That's why these mitochondria also called as the powerhouse of the cells. These mitochondria are help into the ATP transport, and also they can help in the protein synthesis process. So this is the structures of the mitochondria. In that you can see the two-layer membrane, outer side outer membrane, and inner side inner membrane. This inner membrane, which is folded structure, and on this folded structure, so on the folded position, projection like structure, on that the F1 particles are present. And this inner membrane that will be enclosed some mitochondrial matrix. And in that mitochondrial matrix, some other cells like ribosomes, mitochondrial DNA are present. The single structures of the F1 particle shows the base, stalk, and head structure. The main functions of the mitochondria are the generate ATP, synthesize ATP. They take part in the process of protein synthesis, or also they take part in the ATP transport. So this is about the mitochondrial cell organelles. Then peroxisomes. So peroxisomes, they are having the cell organelles. They are oblong or spherical cell organelles, and they containing the granular and amorphous matrix. These peroxisomes having the single membrane bound small organelles, its diameter is very small, that is 0.5 to 1 mu diameter, and in each cells they are present from 17 to 100 numbers of the cells. These peroxisomes encloses the amorphous and ground substrate. The letters contain they, or at the center they contain the core of the crystalline material. So they lacks DNA or ribosomes molecules. The nucleoli of these peroxisomes, they are composed by the urate oxidase crystal. So these peroxisomes proteins, they can enclosed by the nuclear genes. They are rich with the enzymes in this membrane like cytochrome B5 or NADH cytochrome B5. The largest number of enzymes that found in this matrix is oxidase, peroxidase, and catalase. So they metabolize the number of substrate in this cell. So main functions of this peroxisomes enzyme is to uh, as a enzyme urease, oxidase, D-amino oxidase used molecular oxygen to remove the hydrogen atom from the specific organism. So for the substrate in an oxidative reaction, and they can produce as the hydrogen peroxide in the tissue, that is H2O2. So the peroxisomes have also the two important role in the plant in the photorespiration as well as in the glyoxylate cycle. These peroxisome cell organelles play the important role. The structures of the peroxisome, see here, which is single membrane, they contain the phospholipids at the bilayer, and at the center they are having the crystalline core. So these peroxisome that will be cell organelle that related with the peroxidase activity, that is formations of the H2O2 molecules. Then next one is about the glyoxysomes. So glyoxysomes, the structure it is same like the peroxisomes. It is obulate or spherical organelles. They contain the granules and amorphous. It is bounded by the single membrane and which arises from the endoplasmic reticulum. The main functions of the glyoxysome is it at the time of seed germination. So, when the seed will be germinate, the fat storage in endosperm is transferred into the carbohydrate by the way of glyoxylate cycle. So here conversion of the fat into the carbohydrate that will be takes place by this ग्लायोक्सिजोम सेल ऑर्गेनेली. जो भी जर्मिनेटिंग सीड्स होते हैं तो जर्मिनेटिंग सीड्स में जो भी सीड्स के अंदर जो फैट कंटेंट होते हैं, these fat content they will be converted into the carbohydrate. So this conversion the fat to the carbohydrate that will do this glyoxysome cell organelle. The another one functions of this enzyme or the glyoxysome is enzymes. The entire glyoxylate cycles are present in the glyoxysomes. Glyoxysomes are also believed to the involved in glycolysis, and since they are capable of converting the fatty acids to the sugars. So जो भी glycoxylate cycles जो process है उसमें जो भी enzymes लगते हैं, these all enzymes are present in the glyoxysomes. So these glyoxysomes they can convert the fatty acids and fat into the carbohydrate. So the main role of these glyoxysomes is the convergence of the fatty acids into the carbohydrate. The structures of these glyoxysomes same like the peroxysomes. It is single layer and then spherical shape. At the center they are having the core, is crystalline core. Then last one cell organelle is it is ribosomes. So ribosomes they are present in both prokaryotic as well as in eukaryotic cells. But except some mammalian cells like erythrocytes, these ribosomes are absent. They always attach to the membrane of endoplasmic reticulum, but sometimes they are also free in cytoplasm. सेल स्ट्रक्चर आपको याद होगा तो जो एंडोप्लाज्मिक रेटिकुलम है उसके ऊपर आपको डॉट लाइक स्ट्रक्चर नजर आते हैं. सो दिस इज द राइबोसोम्स. These ribosomes are ultramicroscopic particles made up of one or more rRNA molecules, ribosomal proteins, and certain divalent metabolic ions. So these ribosomes is made up by the two subunits, that is larger unit and smaller unit, and they both these units are associated. In prokaryotics, the ribosomes is having 17s particles, which is in that the larger one it is 15s and smaller subunit is 13s. In eukaryotic cells, the ribosomes is made up by the 18s. In that, the larger subunit it is made up by the 16s and smaller subunit it is of 14s. Here, the S that is the unit that is Stradberg unit that is used for the ribosomes. So this is about the structure, the functions of the ribosomes. The main functions of the ribosome, it provides the proper binding sites for the mRNA. जब मैसेंजर आरएनए फॉर्म होता है तो उसे बाइंड करने का काम ये राइबोसोम्स करते. So they can provide the sites for this messenger RNA. Then these ribosomes refuse the tRNA from mRNA after the transfer of activated amino acids to the peptide chain. So पहले जो मैसेंजर आरएनए है, मैसेंजर आरएनए राइबोसोमल आरएनए को अटैच और राइबोसोम्स को अटैच होता है. जब भी ये राइबोसोम्स, then there will be attachment of the tRNA. tRNA को वहां पे मैसेज एक साइड में ट्रांसफर आरएनए अरेंज हो जाता है. जब भी ये पॉलीपेप्टाइड चेन फॉर्म होती है तब ये राइबोसोम्स वहां से रिमूव हो जाते हैं. सो दिस राइबोसोम्स प्ले इम्पोर्टेंट रोल in the protein synthesis process. It also protect the messenger RNA strands from nucleus. So, ultimately they can help into these mRNA for the protein synthesis process. Protein synthesis होती है तब वहाँ पे, और जो ट्रांसलेशन प्रोसेस होती है मैसेंजर आरएनए से, फिर जो प्रोटीन मॉलिक्यूल्स तैयार होते हैं तब वहाँ पे राइबोसोमल आरएनए, ट्रांसफर आरएनए, they can attach to this messenger RNA. So here this ribosomal or ribosome cell organelles plays important role in case of the protein synthesis process. So here your first practical that is related on the cell organelles. Here this is the only identification practicals, and here give the photographs, and with the help of photographs you can identify the cell organelles, describe its structures and functions. So this same like your theory syllabus में भी आपने डिटेल में सेल ऑर्गेनेलिज स्टडी किए हैं. The second practical that is related to the estimation of DNA and RNA. It is quite large practical that we have discussed in the next lectures.